Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Christy. I'm a homeschool mom of 3, and today's video is all about creating more wonder and organic learning and magic in your homeschool days. So I'm a big believer in learning through life and learning organically. I think that curriculum gets you, your required reading, writing, arithmetic, but there's so much more learning in life itself. So I am by no means a professional on this subject. We are just kind of taking it day by day, but I have found some things that really help kind of give us more richness to our learning in our homeschool day. I think as a homeschool parent, sometimes it can be easy to get wrapped up in finishing your curriculum, getting all of the subjects that you're required to do every day done, checking off those boxes. But I want to urge you to try to make an effort to find learning in the rest of your day as well. There's learning everywhere. And I think that there's so much more to learn than just what our curriculum can teach us. So my first way of encouraging some more magical learning, organic learning, is finding the interests of your child. Now, this sounds really easy, oh, my kid's been into dinosaurs for a really long time, or they really like unicorns, or they really like Legos, or drawing, or art, and that kind of thing. And those are all wonderful things, but also I want to encourage you to find the short-term interests throughout the day as well. This may be something that catches their eye when you're in the neighborhood or in the town. This may be something that kind of just piques their interest while they're outside looking at a certain bug or something. And it may not be something that they're an ongoing interest, but it's something that piqued their interest in the moment. And I urge you to jump on these moments and expand on them. So I'm going to give you an example. The other day we were outside playing and the garbage truck came and picked up our trash. A pretty ordinary thing to happen on a Friday afternoon, and we just kind of watched the garbage truck come. He happened to be at the point where he needed to dump his bucket in the back and compress it down, so we watched him do that. And my son started asking, well, why or how do they do that? And so I kind of explained to them that once their bin gets full, they got to put it in the other big back part of the truck to make room for more garbage, and they push it down so they can make room. And my daughter was standing there and she was kind of interested as well. I took that immediate interest in the garbage truck and I asked a very inquisitive, thought-provoking question. What do you think they did before garbage trucks were invented? And also, I kind of branched on it. Who do you think invented the garbage truck? It's a pretty cool concept. It's pretty unique. And so that prompted them wanting to know. And so we got on the internet. We read about garbage trucks, what they did before. We looked at old garbage disposal vehicles, and we discovered who the guy was that created the garbage truck and how it's changed throughout the years. And now they know so much more about garbage trucks and garbage disposal than they ever did before. And I know this sounds like kind of, well, what good is a garbage truck knowledge? But that's what I'm saying. You can learn very organically through situations just happening in everyday life. Branching off of this idea is number 2, have discussions and conversations with your children. Just talk to them. You may be surprised on something that they know that you never knew. My daughter often surprises me on her animal knowledge. She has all these names of these creatures I've never even heard of in her brain, and she talks about them to me, and I'm just like, I didn't even know what that was. I didn't know that about that creature. And then you can kind of bounce things off of each other. Maybe there's something you know that she didn't know about it. And it just creates a really deep and meaningful conversation, connection, and the possibility of learning something new for both of you. The next one I'm going to talk about is to be outside as often as you can. And obviously weather conditions can make that challenging, but I urge you to try to get out as much as you can because there is so much more things to explore outside than inside your home. I think that there's There's so many things that they can discover, explore. You can poke around the dirt and find roly-polies, and then you can do a study on roly-polies. You know, there's so much outside. Go to a nature trail, go to a park, go to the beach, look in the water for creatures. Just be out in your backyard, digging in your garden. There's so much to learn about our world. The next tip that I have for you is to involve your children in the cooking and the baking and possibly even like grocery shopping. These things are life skills that will be very beneficial to them when they grow up and they have to do the cooking and the grocery shopping. But also they can be very interested in the things that we do on a daily basis. My daughter loves to cook. Loves to. And we have been working on her making dinner. So we mastered spaghetti. That's the only recipe that we've mastered so far, but we did it over a few weeks. And every time we'd have spaghetti, I would help her make the spaghetti. And now she can completely make spaghetti and garlic bread on her own. And she does it every time it's spaghetti night. It's like her thing to do. And next we're going to move on to another meal, and I'm going to get that mastered by her so that she really is confident in making those meals, and in that way she feels very good about herself, and it's an important skill. She loves to bake. She got a children's baking book for Christmas, and often she just wants to pick a recipe and make it. And so I try to be as hands-off as I possibly can during that, because I want her to learn by experience and by making mistakes, like pouring too much salt in a cake that she did last week. But she learned from it. She now knows that when she's measuring out a little bit of salt, she should pour it over a separate bowl and not the main mixing bowl with all of the stuff in case it spills. My last tip for you is to read. There are so much vocabulary in literature and good moral. You can really have discussions about so many things through books and what you're reading. And you read picture books. Those are so enjoyable and often teach some really nice life lessons in a very simple way. And even my 10-year-old likes picture books. She likes being read picture books. So don't worry if you think that they're too old for picture books. And then novels. Increase the vocabulary by reading something that might be a little bit above their comprehension level or their reading level, because actually the human brain comprehends more vocabulary than they can speak. You understand more vocabulary words and context than you can come up with to actually put into speech on your own. This also creates a beautiful connection and a beautiful atmosphere in your homeschool. It releases chemicals. There's a chemical change when you read with your child of happiness, of calmness, of peace. And who doesn't need more of that in their daily life? So these are all of my tips for creating a little bit more wonder and magic, organic learning in your homeschool. Don't get caught up in just your books and your curriculum. Yes, those are important subjects to cover, but just try to kind of have some discipline and try to take advantage of the little moments in your life. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have any other tips for anybody, leave them in the comments below. I'm sure we'd all love to read them. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you in another video soon. Bye.